SSH Reverse SOCKS Tunnel. SSHD can make a SOCKS port at local machine, which pass the traffic to the remote, then to other places. SSHL port column host port, listen port at local machine, pass the traffic to host port from the point of view of the remote machine. SSHR port column host port is the counterpart of SSHL, which listen port at remote machine, and pass the traffic to host port from the point of view of the local machine. But what is the counterpart of SSHD, i.e., how to open a SOCKS port at remote machine, which will pass the traffic to the local, then to other places?
With D and AMP-L you have a way to communicate either way between the two machines. So, from the local machine, use R to create a listening port on the remote machine pointed at the local machine's SSHD. Use D on the remote machine, pointed at the port you created above. I think filling in the below will make it work. SSH remote host R remote port column localhost column locale port SSH D 9050 localhost P remote port. Remote host, remote port and AMP, locale port in the above need changing. A SOCKS proxy will be formed on 9050.
Can be achieved transparently with this snippet in /.ssh/config. Details. We want a reverse dynamic forward. This is achieved using two SSH commands. SSHD 3128 localhost. SSH a 3128 column localhost column 3128 target. This way target has a SOCKS tunnel to the SSH client. What I did is to use the classical way of chaining SSH to reach a remote target through intermediate hosts so that the SOCKS tunnel creation is handled transparently while logging into the target. The first proxy command plus North Carolina trick is mandatory because W implies clear all forwardings.
Since OpenSH 7.6, SSH1 adds support for reverse dynamic forwarding. In this mode, SSH will act as a SOCKS 4/5 proxy and forward connections to destinations requested by the remote SOCKS client. This mode is requested using extended syntax for the R and remote forward options and, because it is implemented solely at the client, does not require the server be updated to be supported. This URL
There is no facility for providing a reverse SOCKS tunnel with OpenSH, so you must run the SSH command providing the SOCKS proxy on the remote machine. If the remote machine cannot SSH into the local machine, create first a SSH connection from local to remote which forwards port 22 to, for example, 2222. Then the remote machine can SSH into the local machine on port 2222.
Please